Belief is in decline because humans have liberated themselves from earlier illusions and limitations of knowledge. Belief is dogmatic, thus our scientific and philosophical advances give us a chance to run away from it. This thesis has been and still is the mainstream narrative of unbelief. According to proponents of this fantasy, people believe in things when they do not know, or they believe because they do not question. This is obviously a huge conceptual crime. Belief as a propositional attitude that we all humans practice constantly is one of the most fundamental connections we have to the reality. For example, I believe I have 5 fingers. And this attitude of mine, with some slight changes in the proposition based on your actual number of fingers, is shared with many of you, I assume. I believe I have 5 fingers, not because I have an unjustified tendency for it, but rather because I know I have 5 fingers. This might sound as an unusual treatment of concept of belief for you. In common theories of knowledge, belief is taken as being prior to knowledge. It is something that you can practice with no justification, and when you have justification and when it is true, then it is promoted to the rank of being knowledge. On the other hand, the assumed author of certain scriptures, the creator of the universe, uses a completely different conception of belief. For example, in Quran. The signs of the creator, including all the objects and their actions that we experience, are constantly referred whenever belief of people is questioned. In many places, people are invited to believe after several evidence are reminded for them to contemplate. Surprising for many, the call for belief in Quran is not made by reference to fear or not even to hope. It is always mentioned together with what you see, what you remember, what you feel, and what you know. Even when belief in unseen is introduced in Quran, what is meant is never a leap of faith, but rather it is there to call people to go beyond what they see, maybe make an inference from what they see. Very similar to confirming the existence of an electron through its manifestations, but not through seeing it. By definition, the only connection you have with the Creator is through certain manifestations, like observing a created flower or an apple. So you see an action and you reach to the actor. You see a manifestation and you confirm the existence of the source of this manifestation. You see, and as a conclusion, you believe in unseen. He sent down rain from the sky, with which he brought out fruits as gift to you. So do not assume any equals with Allah, while you know. A quintessential verse of Quran regarding belief in the Sustainer. Belief here is expected due to what you know. Well, you can easily discuss whether it is really God sending down rain from the sky, or it just happens to be an accidental law of nature, but it is clear that Quran comes with a claim that you can ponder, contemplate, and even deny if you can. Belief in Quranic wisdom is a conclusion of such a contemplation. People are called in Quran to question whether you can take actions of objects as granted, such as assuming raindrops can exist in a given time point simply because they were existent before. So in summary, faith is not a leap in the air. Rather, it's a conclusion, a confirmation of what you already experience and know. Whether the arguments you use to reach your conclusion is valid or not, whether your conclusion is sound or not, it is another discussion. Even a formal philosophical argument can be valid, invalid, or unsound. but you wouldn't call it as dogmatic.